totally stepped in paint. Totally stepped in paint. I forgot that I had left it sitting beside me. Hang on a second. Oh my gosh. How did I just did that? Okay. Anyway, so hello, hi. Let me start over. Hey y'all. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. If you are returning, you already know it. You are fabulous. All right, so today's video, guys, this is an update video. So I know I've had several update videos in the last little bit, but things are going super fast. We just had a lot going on in the last couple of days, and instead of having like a 2-hour long video, I thought I would just break it down into like little 20-minute videos, you know, like regular videos. Anyway, so I'm at the house today. I've been painting, and you know what, I think I've already recorded the intro for this video, so I'm not sure why I did it again. But whatever, anyways, you'll probably have already seen it at this point in the video, but whatever. So anyways, I'm at the house right now, and I've been painting. I've been working on my island top, which is the butcher block, and I've also been working on my barn door, the like sliding barn door that we're gonna have put up above our utility room door. So I've been working on those two pieces, and now I'm actually in the craft room painting the interior door and also like the door frame. So I've got to paint all the doors, all the closet doors, and all the door frames. Yeah, I still have that left, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm going to do it with a smile on my face, and I'm going to be happy about it, because the faster I get this done, the quicker we can move in here, the more work I have to do just means the closer we're getting. You know what I mean? That's the way I feel about it. So it's all going to be fine. But anyways, I just wanted to take a second to show you guys the island top and also the barn door, because I've gotten it about like I want it at this point. And I actually was going to ask if you guys had any tips or tricks or, you know, whatever for my island top. I'll show y'all, I'll tell you a little more about it when we get in there, but I don't know what to finish the top with. I'm not sure what I want to use yet. The guy that we bought it from said to get this stuff called sand and seal, but I don't know if I want to use that or not, because I still can't decide if I want to leave it like a matte finish or if I want it to have a little bit of a sheen to it. I think I want it to have a little bit of a sheen, I think. But anyways, so we'll get into that when we get in there. Let me flip this camera around and I'll go show you guys. All right, so to start out with, I wanted to show you guys how I had mixed up this paint. You see how watery it is. It's literally Rust-Oleum white linen chalk paint and water. That's all it is. I mixed it up really, really thin. So a lot of water. I would say like 1 part paint to 3 parts water, if you say that. So anyways, what I did was go through and paint in the direction of the grain. So as you see there, it's got some crossbars and then also the frame around it. I just followed the direction of the grain in the wood, and that's how I painted this. But I just painted it on, gave it 1 good coat, let that sit. I wanted it to soak into the wood really well. And then I went back with a rag and wiped it really well, just to show some of those, like the knots and all that was in it. I wanted that to really show. Now, when I started on my butcher block, I had to sand it really, really well. It was super rough and just, I don't know, I guess that's the way they come. But anyway, so I sanded it down really good with my palm sander and also with my hand sander. I just did it like 2 good coats of sanding, not coats, I mean just 2 good rounds of sanding. And then I'm going to go in with that same water and paint mixture, guys. It's literally like 1 part water, 1 part paint to like 3 parts water. It's a lot of water. But as you can see here, I keep going over the center. There was one spot in the middle of this that just literally would not take the paint. I mean, it just wasn't taking, which this is a watered down mixture, but it just wasn't taking it in that one spot. And we'll go back to that in here in a minute, and I'll show you how I fixed that. But
what I did was flip my barn door over and give my other side the same kind of coat of paint as everything else got. Now, this here is a little whiter than the butcher block, but I wanted that. I wanted it to have a lot whiter look to it. But like I did the last time, I just gave it a good coat, let it sit, let it do its thing, and then I go back with a rag and I'm going to wipe all the spots that have like the little knots in them or any little discoloration or anything. I want that to show. So I go back with a rag and wipe at those spots. So now that we've got the barn door done, I'm going to go back in and start working on my butcher block again. And I do apologize for the fly that keeps getting on the camera screen, but anyways, so I sand it down and then I'm going to give it a coat of this Waverly clear wax. So I just painted that on and wiped it as I went. I would just paint it on. No, I didn't wipe it as I went. I take that back. I actually had to wait an hour and then wipe it. So what you do is put it on, wait an hour, and then go back and buff it. That's actually what the directions on the back of the bottle say to do. So that's what I did. I just gave it a coat of that wax, which we're going to completely change all of that here in a minute because I end up sanding it down and redoing it again. So y'all, that butcher block, I redid that butcher block probably 5 times. Like, no joke. It was a project, but whatever. It turns out absolutely fabulous. But while everything was drying, I went on into the craft room and the utility room and started painting on the doors. So I had to paint all of the interior doors. They just come from the warehouse, like primered. And so you have to paint them once you get them. So I used a little roller brush though, guys, and that seemed to be the best way to do this.
Okay, so like I said, I've been painting the doors and also the door frame, and I've got my little makeshift tray. Y'all, we used all the other ones when we were painting the walls, and some of them got left outside, some of them got took back home, you know, whatever. Anyway, so I just had to make me one, but that's okay. Now, I hope that you guys can hear me. We have got this little heater going because it is cold outside. It's actually like super dreary and yucky looking outside. But anyways, so we've got this heater going and it's kind of loud, but we're gonna do the best we can. Yeah, see, it's kind of dreary looking outside today. It's pretty chilly out, but look, they got the concrete poured for the front porch. How cool is that? Oh yeah. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's check out this barn door first. Love, 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 love my barn door. Oh my goodness. I'm so proud of this. Get these old rags off there. I wanted I guess you would call this like knotty pine. I don't know. It said made in Brazil, for heaven's sakes. The end of it literally said made in Brazil. I swear to y'all. Where does it say it? Says barn knotty, 84 by 42, made in Brazil. Do you see that? But anyway, so I don't know if this is like knotty pine. I'm not really sure. But anyways, I wanted these little knots and whatnot to show. I still wanted that to be, I wanted you to be able to see that under the paint. So I just did a whitewash on it. I literally just mixed water and chalk paint and painted this dude. Painted it on, let it sit, let it dry my first coat, kind of assessed the situation, and then went in with the second coat. Now, the island top. I am so in love with this, you guys. Oh my gosh. I have always wanted a butcher block top island. Now my best friend actually was gonna do butcher block throughout her entire kitchen. She may still do it, but she was gonna do it like all the way around, have the butcher block or whatever. And I think that would be really pretty as well. But for budgeting purposes, we just did the butcher block on top of the island. That's really where I wanted it mainly anyways. And then, you know, we'll have the core granite on the actual countertops. But here's my dilemma with the island top. I think it's absolutely stunning.
It's gorgeous. Do you see the spot in the middle that looks like it just ain't taking the paint? Yeah, well, I can see it too. And it's driving me crazy. If you watched the video at all, you saw that I went over this particular spot dozens of times. Dozens of times, you guys. Sanded it down, went back over it again, sanded it some more, went back over it again, sanded the whole thing, and started over from scratch. And it still looks like that. So apparently that's just the way the wood is. I'm just gonna have to live with it. But what you see on there now, like you can see this one little smear about right here-ish in it. If I get the light just right, you can kind of see that smear right there. That is clear wax. So I didn't know what to put on top of it, and I was afraid somebody would come in here and set something down or something. And so I wanted to give it some kind of protective seal. So I did go ahead and put some clear wax on it. I believe I've showed y'all. It's the Waverly Clear Wax. It's just, hang on, here it is. This one right here. So I did go ahead and put this on, and it says to let it sit for an hour and then buff it with a soft cloth. So I'm waiting for my hour to be up, and then I'm gonna go back and buff this. But it didn't leave it with any kind of sheen really. So I don't know if I need to go back over it again. Now, I don't plan on using this like it's a cutting board. This is my island top. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be using this just like it's a regular countertop. I'm going to be careful with it and what have you. But still, I mean, spills can happen, messes can happen, you know, you never know. So I need to know what I can put on top of this to seal it that's not going to be like a thick, shiny polyurethane, for instance. I do not want a polyurethane look at all. So if you guys have any tips or tricks, just let me know in the comments. That would be great. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I've been working on today. I got both sides of the barn door done. It's ready to be hung. I think they're coming later this afternoon to do that. Got my island top done. And like I said, now I'm just starting on the door frames because they just got the doors framed out like a couple days ago. And then my daughter and I caulked everything. I still have to caulk this one. I still need to caulk down this baseboard right here. But other than that, I'm ready to continue painting. But anyways, all right, well, I just wanted to show you guys what I had going on. I wanted y'all to see what we had going on today, and then also ask you about the island top. So if anybody's got any tips or tricks, let me know. Somebody said I could use mineral spirits. Like I said, the guy that we bought it from said I could use that seal and sand, or sand and seal, whatever it was called. Anyways, and I know I could probably do like a polyacrylic or something, but I just haven't decided what I want to do yet. So you guys leave me some comments. Let me know what you think would be best for the top of that island. Alrighty, that's all I had for you.
Okay, so like I said, I just continued painting the door facings and the interior doors, and I used a little sponge roller. That literally was the best thing to possibly use on the doors. It worked out so well. It's called a slim trimmer. That's the name of the little sponge roller that I used. And then every day after I was done painting, I would go through and clean. If I have any advice for somebody that is building a house, I would say clean every day. I know it seems monotonous and kind of silly if you're just going to continue to keep making messes, but I promise you it is so much easier to keep up with if you sweep and clean and kind of pick up every day. It just makes it so much easier. Now, the kids showed up eventually to help me.
I've been painting all day. So the kids have decided to partake in removing the paint from the glass. All you need is just a little razor blade and it'll come right off. Super easy. He's always so happy to be in the videos. Bubba, quit. Smile. Anyways, it's so satisfying though, isn't it, guys? Y'all, I know I say it just about every time my kids are in a video, but I am so proud of these kids. You just have no idea. The fact that they have been through so much and have kept their heads up and have kept themselves composed and together, and you know, they know if they need to fall apart, it's fine. That we all fall apart at times. It's just gonna happen, you know. But they keep themselves together and they do what needs to be done, and they're just so resilient, and they're just amazing kids. They truly are. All right, so enough about that. When I got done, I ended up going ahead and finishing up painting in my bedroom, and then of course cleaned, because like I said, I clean every day when I'm done. And then I began to put together all of my light fixtures. So what you see me putting together there is the dining room table light. So just put it together super easy, guys. I ordered all of my lighting off of Amazon. I can actually leave links in the description box for some of this lighting. I'll do that for you guys. But I ordered everything off of Amazon. It was very, very easy to put together, and just everything came just like I thought it would. You know, nothing was broken, and it all looked exactly like it did in the pictures. So worked out really well getting all of my things off of Amazon. But anyway, so I just continued to paint. I had all of the interior doors to do, so I would give them a coat, go to the next door, give it a coat, then go back to the door before that and kind of give it a second coat. But I just continued doing that, guys. I put on a podcast. I put my earpods in, or AirPods, however you say it, and I just put on a podcast and listen. I like to listen to Mel Robbins. I think that she is so inspiring. I love listening to her podcast. But anyways, and then I'll listen to like true crime videos. But I stick them earpods in, guys, and I am ready to go. You hear me? Ain't nothing bothering me. I'm just doing my thing. I'm listening and going at it. So anyways, once I got all the doors finally to a stopping point where I could actually stop and work on something different, I finished up in the kids' hallway, like on their bedroom doors. I finished up doing that, and then I went on into the kitchen and started working on the butcher block again. You'll see that here in just a second. Here we go. So what I did was I sanded it back down, completely sanded it down again, and then I used a polyacrylic on top of it, and it worked out perfect. It turned out looking fantastic. Then my sister, I told you guys I had a lot going on this week. My sister sent me her farmhouse kitchen table that she had. It was a darker wood brown color, it and the chairs. It also comes with a bench. It was just so perfect. It was exactly what I was looking for. A little shorter than what I wanted, but hey, it'll work. It's perfect, actually. And it's so much more special because it was my sister's too. So that means, you know, that I love that part also. But John Wesley helped me to sand down the top of it. I wanted it completely sanded down because I'm going to go back and do a couple different things to it. But I had to get the top sanded, and then I'm going to go through and sand down the sides of it and whatnot. But he really helped me a lot with this, because my shoulders and my arm, guys, when I'm trying to sand, oh my gosh, it just feels like it sets on fire or something. I mean, I have a lot of trouble out of my right arm and shoulder. I just don't have a lot of strength in them. And then, like I said, trying to sand or do any kind of like repetitive motion over and over and over, it absolutely kills my arm. It is awful. But anyways, once I got the table sanded down, I wiped it down with a paper towel. And then I started taping off the, no, I had to go back over it again a couple times, cleaned it with the shop vac, and then wiped it again with a wet paper towel. Anyways, once I finally got it sanded down to where I wanted it, I then taped off the legs and painted only the legs with charcoal chalk paint by Waverly. Okay, so I'm at the house this morning. You guys have already seen where I started sanding down the table and I painted the legs with the charcoal chalk paint. So I was gonna flip the camera around and show you guys what we're working with, what it looks like this morning in the daylight. That's what I was really waiting on before I sealed it. I wanted to see what the top of the table was gonna look like, you know, in the daylight or whatever.
So I am absolutely thrilled with the way that this is turning out. So let me flip this camera around and show y'all what we're working with. All right, are you guys ready? Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Oh, it turned out so good. I love it. Love it. And then check out the legs. They're perfect. I love it. So I'm gonna paint the chairs with that charcoal. I gotta sand them down. And then the bench, I'm actually gonna sand the top of it just like the table and paint only the legs. So the bench kind of matches a little bit, matchy. And then the chairs will be solid charcoal. So anyways, it's time to get to work. So, but I wanted to show you guys what it was looking like so far. I'm very thrilled with the way that it looks. I love it. All right, let me get to work. And get to work is exactly what I did. I got straight to work on the bench. I sanded it down. I ended up sanding it by hand. I just used my little palm sander and sanded that dude down. I sanded down the sides and the very top. And then I just kind of like roughed up the legs so that the paint would actually stick to them. I then taped off my bench, and I'm just going to paint the legs of this bench just like I did the kitchen table. So strictly the legs. Works out awesome. Only had to do 2 coats of each. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so I thought I would just take a second and show you guys the paints that I'm using. So for the legs of the table and this, and then also the chairs, I'm using Rust-Oleum chalk paint in charcoal. It's such a pretty color. It's not like black, but it's black. You know what I mean? It's such a pretty color. So that's the legs of everything, and then also the chairs. This one. Hang on, let me get the other one. Okay, so for the tops of everything, the top of the table, like the sides right here, and then the top of this, and also the sides of that, I'm gonna be using this Poly Exterior UV Self-Leveling, superior protection from weather and ultraviolet rays. I don't know, whatever. But it's just like a polyacrylic, more or less is what it is. You could use Minwax polyacrylic actually, but this is just what they had at my local hardware store, and I went ahead and grabbed it. So anyways, just wanted to show you all what I'm using. I'm gonna start on the tops of the tables now, and we're gonna do this. All right. Okay, so I got straight to work on my tables. I took the tape off from where I had painted the legs, and then I'm going to begin applying the polyacrylic. Okay, here's what happened. So when I put the poly on, it darkened up the shade of the wood, and I did not like it. I knew instantly as I was doing it that I did not like it. I wanted it way lighter than what it was, but I went ahead and painted it anyways. I had already started, so I was like, okay, I can't stop now. I'm just going to have to put it on here, and then I'll sand it back off. So while I was waiting for that to dry, I painted my chairs. Jordan was there for moral support, I suppose. But I ended up painting all of the chairs with that charcoal chalk paint, and then I went back and sanded it down and whitewashed my table and also my bench. So once the whitewash had dried, I went over it with a coat of the poly one more time. Promise, that's the last thing I'm going to do to this. But anyways, that's how I did this table and chair, guys, and I hope that you love it as much as I do. All right, guys, here we go. Ta-da! What do you think? Oh my gosh, I love it. It's not completely dry yet. Oh, sorry about the saw. It's not completely dry yet, but I'm loving the way that it's looking. And I really like it with the barn door, like the black in the barn door and then the black on the legs a bit. I think it's perfect. But yeah. Okay, so first of all, excuse the disaster in my car. You guys know what it's like when you're moving and it's a hot mess. Anyways, that is not what I came on here to talk about. I'm so excited. I'm headed over to the new house right now. They just came and installed our countertops. They'll be back on Friday to do the vanities in the bathrooms, but they got my kitchen done today. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see it. I cannot wait to show y'all. So let's run on over there right now. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is the best day ever. Let's go see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. We cannot get there fast enough. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to get in this house, you guys. You just do not even know. I want in there so bad. Definitely want in before Christmas. Okay, guys, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh my gosh, look how pretty. They are so pretty. I don't know if the color is showing up correctly, like on video, because on the video it looks a little more brown, but it's actually like a very light pink, peachy color. So, so, so pretty. Okay, so I almost forgot. I could show you guys the lights that I've got. I finally got them all put together, so I can go ahead and show you guys these things. These are the lights that are gonna hang above the bar. So they'll be, or the island, whatever. So they will be right up here, right above the island. Y'all, somebody is outside honking. I bet you money it's my Nana. Hang on, let's go see who it is. Okay, back to the lighting. So these go over the island. This is the big one that goes over my dining room table. So it'll hang about yay high or so. This one, and then this one, y'all, it's so cute. This one hangs like this. Let me back up a little bit so y'all can see. It's got a little ball at the end that like hangs down. So stinking cute. And that one, down easy. That one is gonna go right there. Right up in that little hole. So yeah, there's my lighting. Another one of my little pink candles. Let's hit the pink candle so you can tell that that is pink. Let's put it up against the... Now do you see the pink? Isn't that something? I think it actually does look pink now. That's crazy. Let's scoot it a little closer. It's totally pink, guys. It's pink. Anyways, all right. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. I absolutely have a blast putting these videos together for y'all. You guys are amazing. I'm so happy that I have been able to take you all on this little journey with us. This has just been amazing. I thank you so, so very much for being a part of this. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being with me. And y'all have a blessed day.